Nunu being Pal's coach, also Idaho's #1.
We've got Len's friend, Captain L, the Pikachu that timed him out.
Yeah.
Timed Pal out right there behind him, too. So, game 1 on. And we're starting on Smashville, of course.
Yeah. Starterville.
All right. So,
I think in this matchup, the thing to know is that you have to be aware of what Pit can do at kill percent. And at kill percent, you would be careful about getting up in neutral get up because F2 will clip your neutral get up and will kill a lot earlier than F throw. F throw is kind of the last resort.
Right.
In that matter.
But you can't shield too much near the ledges because of that, too.
That's true.
Meanwhile, I think Pacman's game plan has always been, throw items from behind Hydrant. He gets to land free with his Hydrant. He gets to camp very, very hard. So it's about this item game. And we've seen Pao pull off a number of very specific and interesting Pacman setups so far today. So.
Yeah, for sure. And right now, what I'm watching is, Pao is throwing the fruit, and Len is trying to pick it up. He uses Nair, but for some reason, instead of picking up a Nair, it just kind of floats in Nair and falls out. And it's it's really interesting. I don't feel like the disjoint hitbox messes up in any way.
Right, because those fruit have hurt boxes too.
Yeah. All right, there. Pao using the fruit changer to kind of stall his recover. You can see him use it as kind of like a third jump in a way sometimes.
Yeah, it's also sort of like limit. The good fruits are the ones at the end. So anytime he's got that chance where there's just a breather, he's up pretty high in the air. Time to go for the good ones.
There he goes. Kind of wanted a Bell set up there.
Yep, and he's using the Hydrant to position Bell up in the air too. It's really interesting. Creates a wall.
So I wonder about how the stage pick, because you're on Smashville, and Pacman I think kills a little bit more horizontally than vertically.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if this would actually help Pacman in terms of wanting to kill, because if you get hit by
and there's the vertical kill anyways though. But he set it up with
Taking
Bell.
the words and turn it on me.
It's interesting because early in the game, in every match, you see Pao go for a lot of these sort of mid fruits and the key, and he'll throw key through the fire hydrant in order to break it, like that.
Yeah.
In that case, it was Galaga, but he'll do that to build up the damage, and then when he's looking for kills, he's using Bell setups a lot.
Yeah. And right now, so that was kind of janky. He basically he tried to throw the fire hydrant at him, but the disjoint hitbox of the fruit changer just denies whatever comes at him.
Yeah.
and that's what I want to see Len do, is use the Obradar a lot more, because he can basically deny anything Pacman has that he throws at him.
Well, last time he tried to use the Obradar to deny something, the fire hydrant came in from above and hit him anyways.
Oh, on top of the head?
Yeah.
Wow. I think this is blind luck, but hopefully he can kind of use it more spaciously.
Yep. And he's trying to get the snipe arrow kills. We saw him doing that against some other players earlier today, too. Pacman's got a lot of recovery options, though, when he pellets from far off stage.
Yeah, if you can snipe the pellet on the side B, it basically, it just nerfs.
Oh, wow, this fire hydrant is not working good for Len's spacing. He keeps getting pushed back into Pacman, and he needs to take a stock really soon.
Yeah, so the counter option to the water, even though it's very annoying, you can just spot dodge the water.
Of course.
But I don't think Len knows that quite yet, so let's see if he can...
Whether you spot dodge it or not, though, the Pacman can take advantage of anything you do to try to avoid the water.
And that is a sign of a good
regardless, the water's forcing you to take an option. Oh, wow, that Nair was
no.
still out, too. Dang.
It's questionable to the eye, too. I was like, oh, my goodness, please don't die.
He probably thought he was good to drop shield. The key coming out. All right,
throw
finally happening. But Len is down 145%. I guess he has, near max rage to work with at least. Max at this point.
Yeah, if he can somehow just get a couple of down throw combos on him. But it's how can you get close to this wall?
Right, exactly, and that's it. He was trying to up smash the hydrant, but Pao dropped down with a back air, and that was that. Yeah,
and sometimes Pacman's wanting you to just go ahead and destroy their hydrant, because you're wasting your energy on focusing the hydrant instead of the Pacman itself.
Right.
So you're just you gotta. I'm here. I'm right here, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Attack me. I'm your enemy.
Right. A lot of characters that have, those multiple tools that go out onto the battlefield, banana, tree, things like that.
Yeah.
You can always use that kind of stuff to your advantage.
And Hydrant is pretty much kind of like tree. It splits the stage in half. It basically gives you that zoning you need.
Exactly.
So we're going to Battlefield Game 1.
Game 2.
Excuse me, Game 2. And higher ceiling will live a little longer. Each character will. The thing that Pit gains in this stage, though, is the platforms are low enough to where he can pressure and up smash underneath.
Do you know what I think he gains heavily, too? You can't just drop the hydrant wherever. They're going to fall on platforms.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you kind of space out that zoning in a more manageable kind of way.
Exactly. It makes it harder for Pacman to divide himself out so much and can't. You can still drop it in between the platforms, though, which I'm sure Pao is very apt at doing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there, and he's throwing out the melon, and then the melon is kind of like a slow fireball if anybody ever plays any like traditional fighting games. And he can basically just like chase it, and it's really like a high pressure situation because if you get hit with it, it does a lot of damage.
Exactly. In that scenario right there, he tried to shield it, as you were saying. The melon came in, he tried to shield it, and Pacman got a grab with the worst grab in the game.
This is called that every single time. The worst grab in the game.
The worst grab in the game.
You got hit with that.
But it was a melon setup, so.
And right there, Pao using the up B out of shield option. The up B is like such a good
it helps out.
Yeah.
Like we were just saying, worst grab in the game. It helps out. It helps Pacman deal with shield because if you run up under someone who is shielding, you up B and that spring pops both of you. So it's a workaround for Pacman not having other options to deal with shield.
Yeah,
you know?
it's a free shield poke, like a free out of like jail card basically. And right now, Len's still having trouble dealing with this water. He needs to like.
This game's going a little evener than the last one, though. You know, only a 30% deficit so far.
Something I like about Pacman is his downer reminds me so much of Snakes. It's like straight ripped off of it.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Oh wow,
Maybe trying for a roll read, but
yeah, I guess.
Len
man.
definitely hadn't committed to that yet.
Nice power shot on the fruits. One thing I want to see Len do more is if the fruit hits his shield, he can immediately jump and catch it.
Right. Well, Len's form of adaptation that he has to do and that he seems to be doing okay so far is just finding a way in, right?
Yeah. There we go. The up B once again shield poking him.
And
As the key, and does
key
not matter what projectile you throw out because the key to success is here, my man.
Yeah. Key to success. The classic. And tries for the trump, but Pao did have that buffered.
And you know that's the thing about trumping is just like people say it's a good option, but if you guess wrong, you're on ledge. It's a very like high risk, high reward kind of situation.
Right. Yeah. The best way to use trump is to use it as a threat. You know.
Like fake trumping.
Yeah. Fake trumping, but you know you gotta actually trump. You just gotta show that you're willing to do it, and then people start picking options.
Yeah. You gotta show your cards to your opponent and see how they react to it.
Right. All right. So. Len
man, use
going really hard off stage. And he almost does it. Pacman would have had one more trampoline even if he had gotten spiked there, but Len catches it with the up smash, taking the first stock, and now we are at 42% to 0. Let's see what Len can do.
Yeah, man, it's not going to take much either. He just needs a couple of catch lanes, and there we go. Neutral off stage. Let's see the ledge option.
And here we're seeing the stage come into play too. Pao tried to land with a fire hydrant, but it's on that top platform. It's not doing him any good separating himself out.
I like the real option he did through the fruit, just strictly denying any trap that would come.
Right. Oh, going up high to charge the fruit. Len chasing him down. Oh, and he catches him with the key.
Oh my god.
Gets it and instantly throws it.
Yeah, he has to watch out. Oh my goodness.
The way the bell bounces is super unusual for the movement of any other projectile in this game, and it throws people off. I've seen a number of players think they've avoided it, and then it just bounces back in. Like, so far, Len's doing a pretty good job staying in shield the whole time under bell, though. But
you know what's funny? Like, Len is using the water from the hydrant to his advantage in a sense. Like,
yeah.
comboing off of it, so I like the adaptation he's using here.
Yeah, yeah. Right there, too.
Hey, he's in there.
He's like, set the snare for me.
Like, you're giving me this, man.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Good catch on the roll, and Pacman's back off stage again. Interesting jab. And he's got a key. Key on deck.
Yeah, I think if he's close up to the stage, that will kill. Ooh.
There's the forward
tilt. And that's
tilt.
one thing you got to be careful about picking.
And he shot the pellet. What's he going to do? He should.
Oh, one more. He just needed one more trampoline.
He should have done the edge guard where you go down and hit the trampoline, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he wasn't making it back on the second one, so.
It's such a high pressure situation. Any big hit?
It was still well executed there.
Yeah, absolutely. One more big hit.
All right.
Oh my God.
This is risky. Oh. Goodness, the bell and the fire hydrant are just taking turns coming at Len as he tries to retreat.
Oh,
that's it!
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Such smart play from Pao coming out with the bell.
Incredible act.
But honestly, Len was making the necessary adaptation. I think it's just a matter of clutching out that last hit. So
he was not. He was making adaptations at the game, but he was not prepared at all for that onslaught of pressure that Pao put on him.
Fire hydrant the fire hydrant
bell. It was bell, fire hydrant, bell, and Len was just off stage and not sure what to do.
Yeah.
Like,
and Pitt is kind of free in the air, man. So it's gonna take something else.
All right. Well, we got game 3. And
running back,
Battlefield.
Running back to Battlefield. I think it's fine. I think that was a good choice.
Yeah, I didn't think the stage was the issue.
But Idaho's POW up 2-0, man.
2-0 on
one
Len.
of BC's best.
Where is Len exactly on the PR?
He's number
4?
5?
Something like that.
5? Yeah.
He's in their top 5.
We got
the bottom half of their
Big
top
BD
5.
Captain L, Locus, Focus, and I think Len's after that, I want to say.
3, 2, 1, go!
Anyways,
All right, so
game
3.
Yeah, going right back to Battlefield, and he's given. Well, we'll say he's kind of giving POW a chance to, charge his quote unquote limit.
Yeah.
I like how you said that.
I was comparing it to when you see clouds get hit up in the air, and they're like, "Well, I'm falling back down to the stage. Might as well get a little more limit on,
right.
you know." But Pacman does the same thing with Fruit, because the interesting thing though is, unlike limit, you have a different option at every second depending on how much you charge it.
It's a lot more versatile.
Yeah, there's a use for almost all of them.
And there we go. Len has to be cautious of him throwing arrows.
Catches the melon with the nair that time. Oh wow. He's pursuing so hard, but POW's got an option to keep him off his tail all the time.
And there we go. You need to basically CQC with Pacman, close quarter combat, because his out of shield options are only singular. It's up B, right? So if he throws fruit in your face, it's completely unsafe, and you can down smash him.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, that's the point, right? This whole game plan we're seeing from both these players, Len's trying to get to Pacman, and Pacman's just throwing fruit and getting behind a hydrant and trying to stay away.
So POW right there used his key and his hydrant when Len was on the top platform. I think he could have saved it. He didn't, I don't know, kind of conserve it, kind of like his like you would with limit.
One of the things that
oh my goodness,
and he's going for that combo. I think there was supposed to be more to it than that, but he started it.
Yeah, and normally you would just see POW go for the up smash, but
oh my goodness, that is insane. These edge guards.
He knows the percents. I think that it
they're
would kill.
Not even ledge guards. They're just like ledge coverages.
Oh,
wow, but the surprise
arm, man.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
Arms. When's it happening, man? Come on, let's go.
Len's ready for it. All right, like he's just trying to keep him away. Apple a day, you know.
But he there you go, the apple again.
Oh wow, that was a super weird exchange, but I guess the apple ended up
has the item priority beat out the hydrant. That was really interesting.
Yeah. All right, so really high percent on both players right now. This was very scary.
Goodness. Almost called the roll with the Z drop there.
Yeah.
Oh, worst grab in the game, but you got a bead, man.
That was like a bait. He did the grab, but he did it from so far away that Pitt actually couldn't get there in time to punish.
Feels bad, man. Wow, he knew the down smash. That was a really good time spot dodge.
It was. And he's trying to land on that
back air.
You got to remember that projectile goes up to the angle like that. Len keeps getting caught with his jumps near the ledge.
It's like a parabola.
Yeah, he's trying to go up high to get over whatever Pacman's going to do, and instead he gets caught by that bell. That's happened a lot this game. All right, well, Len is in a dire spot. He's on his last stock, down 2 games in the set. Yeah. All right, there we go. He takes the stock, and he's only down 49%. But so far this set, that hasn't been enough. Let's see if he can pull it.
Len is catching on to his unsafe hydrant throwdowns, basically, and that's how he got that up smash kill.
Right.
Oh, wow. And he just kind of, overcommitted in that scenario, and POW is just ready. He reacts just well to anything Len's throwing out.
All these aerials aren't spaced on shield in the way where he's safe afterwards. That's for sure. It's hard to deal with when Pacman, you have to shield an item on the way in, and the items are all moving differently. Sometimes there's water pushing you around.
Len just really trying to get him out. He's like, how do I deal with this? How do you deal with this?
Oh my goodness. What's he going to do? He grabbed him.
Grab combos with the hydrant. Let's go.
The hydrant is so ambiguous for how long the hitbox is out, too. You think, the slower, when it's moving slower, it's not as strong, but it is. So he's stuck in shield there. He's scared about how the hydrant's going to move. It's like a Gordo almost.
Closing in only 13% on POW, man. And Len has kind of a small hill to climb. He needs to find his way. Has stage advantage. But he walks away.
He walks away, yeah.
Trying to bait out something probably.
He wants him to come in so he can just drop the bell on him. He wants the bell combo.
Ring that bell, son. Come on.
And the hydrant in play now. Apple. And Len makes it in as he tries to drop hydrant. That was
he's finding his ways in.
I've actually never seen hydrant drop while Pacman's getting hit like that. That was interesting.
I think
like mid multi hit.
I think the hitbox goes away at the very end.
Yeah.
165, the last big hit will definitely be the end of Len's
a hydrant
journey.
edge guard
and
does
that's it.
Wow! He set that up so far in advance too.
like the foresight of that, you know?
You could see it coming. As soon as that hydrant went up, I was like, oh my gosh, if Len picks an option immediately when he gets to the ledge, that's going to catch him. And it did.